Hello everybody! Welcome back to Tree of Tranquility. It is now the 15th day of fall, which means that we have another new villager in town. I got the notification this morning when I woke up, and we have to go to the mine in order to meet this villager, so we're gonna have to do that today. The second thing that I've done, and hopefully we're gonna have time for it today, is to make another rainbow. I've put all the ingredients necessary for this rainbow in my bag. So we need the red wool yarn that we made a couple of days ago, the sari, which we caught. You can catch it during fall and winter in the ocean, very easy to get. A blue wonderful, doesn't have to be shining, any standard blue wonderful will do. Perfect spinach, has to be grown in fall, and our banana, which we picked up last video on Toucan Island. So we'll go right ahead and get started here. No need to dawdle. Go ahead and water some of our crops. It looks like we actually have some of our pumpkins that have come in, which is beautiful. Those have taken quite a considerable amount of time to grow. Probably the slowest growing crop that I've had in fall so far. So we'll pick those. Refill my watering can so it's all ready to go for tomorrow. And then we'll also let the animals out. I haven't actually had a rainy day in a while, and I'm very surprised because usually I get a lot of rain in the fall season, but it's been really sunny and really beautiful for the last couple of days. So you can see there we have 3 perfect pumpkins, and hopefully all the waiting was worth it and they're going to give me a decent amount of cash. I'm sure that the animals really like that it's been nice and sunny out. Grab the chicken egg here. And I think what I'm gonna do with the chicken egg today is I'm actually going to incubate another chicken. I think we're ready to start filling up the barn and the coop a little bit more, so maybe we'll get another chicken, and I do have plans to get a silkworm soon as well. Maybe we'll even go do that today. Oh, and we also have mail. How did I not notice that? Letter from the Pineapple Inn. Now that ships travel to Toucan Island from On the Hook, come on over. Visit the Pineapple Inn, a beautiful place to stay for your vacation. The weather is nice every day. Delicious fish dishes and plenty of fruit await you on your next visit. Samson and Sue. So of course you'll get that the first time you visit the Pineapple Inn. The first order of business, of course, is to meet our new villager. And luckily for us, it's not too difficult to find him. A little bit of work compared to when we met Candace and Luna and Shelly, but it's really not going to take us too long. And in order to meet this next villager, what we're going to need to do is travel to the 10th floor. Because the mine has 30 floors, getting down to floor 10 isn't going to be too much of a chore. Especially because I just hit a pitfall that brought me down 6 levels. So I'm already on level 8. And so once you hit floor 10, you'll automatically be put into a cutscene. You can see there's an unfamiliar looking fella here laying on the ground. I'm saved! Boy, it's good to see a friendly face. I was exploring this mine, then I fell into a pitfall. I sprained my ankle pretty badly. Oh, well, that's not good. I think I can stand though. Ouch, I don't think I can walk out of here on my own. Do you think you can give me a hand? Oh, yeah, I probably want to help the guy. Thanks, I owe you one. Thanks a million, you saved my life. I'm Calvin. I'm an archaeologist. And you are? Nick, huh? Good to meet you. Okay, I'll see you around. So despite the fact that you choose to help Calvin and walk him up to the top of the mine, you actually get to stay on the 10th floor. So that's really nice if you were planning on going mining today, since you wouldn't lose any of your progress. I was so tempted to give him a southern accent because that's how I imagine he talks, but I'm terrible at accents, so I didn't want to go there. He also sort of reminds me a little bit of Indiana Jones with how he dresses. So yeah, I mean, it's close. We might as well just come on over to Brownie Ranch here and buy a couple of things from them before we carry on with the other few things that I wanted to do today. So we will speak to Hannah here. And for some reason, when I talked to her, she spoke to me instead of me buying an animal from her. So anyways, it looks like she still has the same stock available. And so we are going to go ahead and we're going to buy a silkworm. Now, I personally really like the name Slick as a default name because it's a silkworm, so I imagine that silk is really smooth and slick and silky. But again, with all the animals, you can kind of look at some of the default names. Crawley's kind of cute too because it's a worm. Muncher, Neo, Bruce. Some of these are so random. You know, Princess, Veronica, Linda. Puppy? It's not a puppy, it's a worm. Let's go with Slick. I think I actually use the default name of Slick on my practice file as well, but I just love that name. I think that's so cute for some reason. So that's it for animals, but because the silkworm is going to be living with our chicken, what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some more feed. The silkworm can't go outside, and so we're forced to use up at least one feed a day feeding it. And so we need to stock up a little bit on that. Alright, so on to the next thing that we're going to do today. We'll leave Brownie Ranch, and we're going to walk down to Waffletown. And on the way, I'm going to show you guys where Calvin's new house is. As we walk through the Maple Lake district, we're going to notice Calvin's house right away because it sticks out like a sore thumb. Whoa. Yeah, that wasn't here before, was it? So as you can see here, his house is just on the side of the path. I'm not going to bother going in there. I feel kind of rude trespassing when he's not home. And I think we still have plenty of time in the day and also in our video to go ahead and make another rainbow. Why not? And it's been a while, so just to recap, in order to get to Colin's rainbow, we have to cross over Darren's rainbow. And this is going to bring us to the Gull Islands. It looks like there's a couple of things for us to pick up here. I haven't been here in a long time, so a couple of the items have replenished. I've got all the items I need in my bag, and I've also brought my watering can with me. Whoa, you did it! You collected all the ingredients. Leave the rest to me. And we are once again graced by these sprites' wonderful dancing and singing. Hooray! Thank you, Colin. I really hope you have a badge for me. That's how it's done. The wonderful rainbow bridge is complete. And thankfully, he does have his badge. This badge proves that you're a friend of the harvest sprites and all that good stuff. For some reason, his medal is green, even though he's the yellow harvest sprite. This rainbow should make all sorts of good things happen on the island. You're awesome. Oh yeah, have you asked Ben about his lost badge yet? I think it might be somewhere around here. You should really talk to him about it first, though. Way ahead of you, pal. Boy, that was exhausting. I've got to go back to sleep. See ya. Alrighty. You've served your purpose. You can go back to sleep forever. So this, of course, is going to bring us to the second of the Gull Islands, and there's going to be some more stuff to forage here. So a lot of the same stuff that we can find on Toucan Island and on our beaches as well. So pearls, sea urchin, pearls, you know, those kinds of things. And if we keep walking along the beach, we should eventually find Ben's badge. You can see it's actually just right there. Thankfully, it is not lost forever, and it, very fortunately for us, washed up on the beach. And so we need to actually take that to Ben in order for us to be able to use the rainbow bridge with that other rainbow that we had created. So as you can see here, it's a really, really big beach. And there's really, I think, three main purposes that this island serves. The first, of course, was getting Ben's badge. The second is that we can fish another one of the fish needed for another rainbow out of here. And the third is that there is another animal around here, if I can find it. Here it is, the penguin. Probably one of the cutest and coolest animals of all. So I mean, you could go crazy. You could have a panda and a penguin in your house if you really wanted to. The downfall with the animals like the panda and the penguin, of course, is that they're a little bit harder to get to than animals that are just kind of walking around on Waffle Island. But that's pretty much all there is here. Not a whole lot, but we will have to come back because, like I said, there is some important fishing that we have to do. And over time, of course, we are going to be able to forage more stuff as it becomes available. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up our day. So we'll just head on back over to our home for the time being. I would go talk to Ben, but his rainbow and crossing over his rainbow bridge is actually just going to open up a whole other can of worms. His rainbow, I think, so far is one of the most important ones. Darren's rainbow doesn't really lead to anything important, but it allows the villagers to come back, so it's important in that way. But Ben's rainbow allows us to go lots of different places, and it's going to allow us to see some really, really cool things. But that's probably going to take a video or two to sort of go over in detail. We can check in on our little silkworm though, and maybe put the other animals back for now. So as you can see here, the silkworm is going to stay in the coop, and they stay in these little areas. I don't really know what to call these. What would you call these? I don't know. They almost look like troughs. They kind of stay in these little areas here. and you need to feed them by hand. I think you can also technically put the food beside them, but because you can't let silkworms outside, it's a lot harder to get their hearts up. And so I really find that feeding them by hand is just much simpler and also serves a greater purpose. And the reason you want to get silkworms is because they'll give you a cocoon, and cocoons can be turned into thread with the yarn maker. And we need that to get rucksack upgrades. That's pretty much the main purpose of the silkworms, but you can also get a decent amount of profit off of them as well. It's getting quite late now, so I'll go ahead and let my animals in, and I think I'll probably retire for the evening. We really have done a lot in the last couple of days. I'm really pleased with the progress that we've been making, and we still have a lot to talk about. Like I said, we still have to go over Ben's rainbow, we still have a festival, we still have the flea market. So yeah, still lots of really fun and exciting stuff coming up. Not sure when I'll update, but hopefully within the next couple of days so that we can solve the mystery of what's behind Ben's rainbow. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.